Hi everyone, welcome to Amala Movement. I'm Charlotte. Today's practice is all about finding ease and a lovely release in the neck and the shoulders. We're going to be staying seated, so find somewhere comfortable on a chair, mat, bed or sofa, and let's get started. So, finding a comfortable seated position, we want to come to a place where our spine can feel long and supported. So, you might want to experiment by popping a couple of pillows or blankets underneath you. If you're sat in a chair, I invite you to open your legs a little bit. If you can, plant your feet into the earth so we've got space for our belly to breathe and for our hips to be nice and soft. Take all the time that you need to do this. And once you're ready to bring both of your palms towards your chest area, close your eyes if that feels a lovely thing to do. I'm right here doing this practice with you, so at any point, if you need to open your eyes, have a little peek at what's going on, feel free to do that. And let's begin by taking a few deep breaths up and into our chest. Breathing in through the nose and sighing out as you exhale. Good. Breathing in through the nose and sighing out as you exhale. Great. So we're looking for our spine to feel lifted, our chest and our heart to open and beam forwards. And I know for some of us, this feels a tricky place to sit and to be, particularly those that spend a lot of time sitting at a desk perhaps, or on laptops or slouched on phones, anything like that. So just, bear with yourself, look after yourself, do what feels good in this practice today. And let's pay attention to the parts of our body that are calling us, that are maybe feeling a little bit loud. So maybe you notice your neck might be feeling a bit stiff. A very specific point in your shoulders might be feeling a bit tender or holding tension. So can we just notice how we're at, but with a very light way of doing so not being drawn in too much. And just like clouds in a sky can float away, can we let these words float away? Just come back to our breath with an inhale up and into your chest area. Exhale, sigh away. I invite you to close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed if this feels good. One hand at a time, bring it down towards your knees. Great. Coming into a gentle movement, some shoulder rolls. So both shoulders at the same time are gonna squeeze forwards, squeeze up towards your ears, squeeze back, and then melt down into your back. Squeeze forwards, squeeze up towards your ears, squeeze back, and then melt down into your back. So taking this action as a full circle, and this can be as big or as little as you like, and I invite you to go nice and slowly. So you might be able to feel or maybe even hear the gristly bits in your shoulders. I certainly can today. So just roll with what feels good. It's almost like we're ironing? That was a weird accent. Ironing oh my goodness, how do you say ironing? Ironing. Ironing out the knobbly bits. And we're gonna keep this movement going and just making it a little bit bigger by bringing both your hands to your shoulders. So your right hand comes to your right shoulder, your left hand comes to your left shoulder. Don't worry at all if your hands don't reach the shoulders, if they're a bit further away for whatever reason, that is absolutely fine. And so now both of our elbows are taking a circular motion, starting with a relatively small circle. Imagine you've got a light or a torch coming out to your elbows, and you're, or like a sparkler on bonfire night, you're painting that circle picture. Come back to that breath if you've lost it. And our circular patterns are going to get a little bit bigger. So a medium size circle. It's normal if one arm, one elbow or one shoulder is feeling stickier than the other. So can you just acknowledge that with ease and acceptance? And our circles are going to increase for the final time. So go as big as you want to go. This might mean that you slow down the speed that you're traveling so you can really indulge in the openings that you create for yourself. Taking one final circle of the elbows, one final big juicy breath. Keep your eyes closed and send your fingertips down towards the floor. Let's open our hands, so our fingertips are spread wide. Palms of the hands are pointing the direction of your knees. Roll your shoulders in towards your back. Lift through the chest. One deep breath. And take your time. Flicker the eyes open, arrive back into your room. Sort out your contact lenses. Great. So we're going to come into a little bit of a side stretch for the body. So place your thumb and your index finger, your left thumb and your index finger around your right wrist. And then your right hand, thumb and index finger are going to point together. So it's like an okay thing. Don't worry if your fingers don't touch. That's fine. Lifting your arms up above your head. You're going to lift up and out of the right side of your body so you can stretch towards the left. So a couple of things to notice. The first is your right hip. Notice if it's flying away from the chair or cushion that you're sat on. Plant it back to its seat. Notice if both of your shoulders, particularly your right shoulder, is creeping up towards your ear, pressing that back down. One more breath. It's the inhale that lifts you back up. Release the fingers and then twinkle them like stars all the way back down by your side. Bringing your right hand to your left knee, roll your left shoulder in towards your back, plant it behind you, and that allows you to find a little bit of a twist. So we don't have to look over our left shoulder. We can just keep this easy and soft. And in addition to this, we're going to drop our left ear down towards our left shoulder. So we're looking to find a twist through the body and an opening through the right side of the neck. Notice if you're starting to slouch, can you gently encourage the spine to lift and lengthen? Good. On your next inhale, keep your hands and torso where they are. Just bring your head back up to center and then untwist yourself. Great. Hands to your knees, round your spine, send your belly back. We're allowed to slouch now. Drop your chin down towards your chest. This might feel really juicy and a bit of relief for the body and or for the mind. Let your spine be round. Great. Coming back up whenever you're ready. Let's take this on the other side. So your right thumb and index finger are going to come around your left wrist. Your left thumb and your index finger are going to go, okay. And you're going to stretch your arms up above your head. Great. Up and out with the left arm. So you're going over the rainbow towards the right hand side. Let your left sit bone in particular plant back down into the chair or to your seat. Drop both shoulders away from your ears, particularly your left one. Breathing is important. Great. Left inhale. Your next inhale brings you all the way back up. Releasing both hands, twinkling the fingers, all the way down, back to your side. Great. Left hand to the right knee. Roll your right shoulder in towards your back. This takes you into a twist. Notice your knees, if you're sat on a chair, make them parallel if you can, so that they're in line with each other. When the time feels right to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. So we're looking for this lovely stretch down the left side of the neck. On your next inhale, lifting the head back up to where it sits and then untwisting your body. Great. Hands to the knees. Let's round the spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Send your belly backwards, round the spine. If it feels nice to pull against your knees here, so you have got that tension back in the shoulders, but in a pulley, stretchy kind of way. And then coming all the way back up to our long and supported spine. Lovely. From here, extending your arms from left to right, so side by side, and you're really going to stretch as far and wide as you can. So as if you've got a piece of thread on your middle fingers, pulling you a little bit wider. So thinking about the collarbones, these bones here, widening and opening, you're going to squeeze your arms as much as you can back behind you. So this is really going to get into the shoulders. Be really strong here. We're just going to hold for 2 breaths. Keep pressing, squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Give yourself a hug. Right arm on top of the left and your hands come to your shoulders. I've got a squeaky chair. Great. Use your fingers to shuffle your fingers as far behind your back as you can. So you're really giving yourself a squeeze. Cuddles are great. Cuddles are really important. So give yourself a cuddle. And then drop your chin down towards your chest. So you might feel this down the outside of your shoulders, a lovely little stretch. Round your spine. So when the time feels right, send your belly back. Squeeze your middle of your back towards the back of your chair or the wall behind you. And close yourself down, get nice and small. You might want to nestle your nose in between your elbows if that feels nice. And when you're ready, keep your hands where they are, but lengthen the spine, sit nice and tall. We're going to extend our fingertips back out towards the side. That feels very, very freeing. Great. Remember the thread on the middle of both fingers. Stretch open. Feel the collarbones widen and soften. Squeeze your arms behind you. This might be easy for some. This might be really tricky for some. Work with where your body's at today. One more breath. Give yourself a cuddle. This time the left hand comes on top. So you cross your arms over. Reach your shoulders. Take the time you need to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle your arms back round. One side is going to feel a lot different from the other. For me, the left arm on top feels really weird, but let's roll with it. Good. Drop your chin down towards your chest. This might be enough. I'm really feeling this down the outside of my left shoulder. If you want something else for the back, round the spine, draw your belly back to the chair or the wall behind you. Nestle your chin down towards your chest. Your nose might go in between your elbows. And when you're ready to sit up nice and tall, keep your arms where they are. Great. And then extend the fingertips out towards the side. Lovely. Good. So imagine you've got a thread on your middle fingers. The thread is going to pull both of your hands up towards the sky. Really sit up and lift. Look up towards those fingertips. And then you're going to place your right hand on your right eye, your left hand on your left eye. Drop your chin down towards your chest and let your head be really heavy. So both of your hands are taking the full weight of your head. Great. Let's close our eyes if they aren't already closed. Bring your right hand palm down towards your chest, your left hand palm down towards the chest, keeping your eyes closed, but lift your chin so it's like you're looking forwards. Roll your shoulders in towards the back. You can do this as many times as feels good. Take a deep breath up into the chest. Sigh out and exhale. Just come to notice how the chest is feeling. The right shoulder and the left shoulder. The right side of the neck. The left side of the neck. And if you were to return to how the chest, shoulders, neck area felt at the beginning of practice and ask yourself, has anything changed? No matter how small, can you notice any differences in the body? It's completely okay if it feels the same, if you don't notice anything. Keeping your eyes closed. If it feels right for you to finish your practice by bringing your palms together and lifting your thumb towards your third eye. Thank you all so much for joining and practicing with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.